Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest video. This video is going to show my predictions for the yearly win totals for the NFL. Now, unlike most NFL YouTubers that go ahead and make hot takes or bold predictions, I put my money where my mouth is. I showed my yearly over-under bets I made just a few days ago when I went to beautiful Las Vegas. Now, if this is your first time here and you enjoy the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here before, throw me the thumbs up and drop a comment below with what your prediction is for your team's yearly win total. Now, let's start the show. The first bet I made is I bet $100 on the Jets under 6 at negative 160. Now this breaks a rule I have of not betting on rookie head coaches, but when Carl Lawson and Vinny Curry went down, I had to go ahead and make this bet. See, I thought this line would drop from 6 to a much smaller number, while negative 160 is a terrible number. I think under 6 is practically a lock. You got a rookie head coach, a rookie quarterback, a defense that's based on pressure from the front four, and both starting defensive ends were out for the year while in training camp. So currently the Jets are my favorite to have the number one pick in the 2022 draft. I'm not even sure they can get 3 wins, much less over 6. So I think I'm going to really regret not betting more than just 100, but that's the bet I made here. My next bet is I put $100 on the Raiders over 8 at plus 135. So this means my $100 wager will pay out 135 if the Raiders win over 8 games. They finished 8-8 the last 2 years, and what I like is that you have a veteran coach, a veteran quarterback, plus the best running back in the AFC West, the second best tight end in the NFL, according to last year's statistics, 2 rookie wide receivers who are going to be starters this year, and an improved defense. Now, if they do finish 8-9 with 8 wins for the 3rd consecutive year, that's a push, but I feel very confident that the Raiders are going to win 9 to 10 games this year. Plus, I get a great number at plus 135. Now I have 2 bets on the Kansas City Chiefs. The first one is I put 100 on over 12.5 at negative 105. Now this is an extremely high number, but the Kansas City Chiefs won 14 games last year, and I don't see 4 losses on the schedule, much less 5, barring injury. So I felt that the 100 for over 12.5 is pretty safe. And then when I did the video breaking down the Kansas City Chiefs using the numbers from Westgate Casino, Westgate had negative 300 to win the division, but when I stayed at Harrah's, they had negative 225 to win the AFC West, which is a lot better than negative 300, of course. So I put 200 on the Chiefs to win the AFC West for the 6th straight year. So far, you've noticed I bet a total of $500 on my first couple bets, but these are my 3 big-time bets, and all 3 of these bets are $1,000 each. And let's start with Pittsburgh over 8.5. I got plus 110, which is a really good number. Keep in mind, Pittsburgh won 12 games last year, and Mike Tomlin, in his previous 15 years as Pittsburgh's head coach, has never had a losing season. So why is this one going to be his first? Your defense is amazing. You still have a Hall of Fame quarterback. You now add a legitimate number 1 running back in Najee Harris, and you also have a very young wide receiving core that comes back all for 2021. I could actually argue that this team will be better than last year's team. So in my opinion, 9 wins is an extremely safe bet. Next is Seattle at over 10. I got it at negative 115. Now last year this team won 12 games, and I could argue is better this year. Jamal Adams, who was acquired in preseason last year, had a full offseason. Plus the Seahawks had a really high amount of injuries, specifically at the running back position. Now they did get a brand new offensive coordinator, and even though this would be his first time being an offensive coordinator, the last 4 years he spent with the Rams, and he also spent 1 year with Sean McVay in Washington when McVay was the offensive coordinator. So I do have a lot of faith in him, and there is a possibility that the offense might even improve this year. Since Russell Wilson's taken over as the starting quarterback in 2012, they've had double-digit wins every single year except for 2017 when they finished the 9-7. In my opinion, this is another extremely safe bet. And while I didn't put action on the Seahawks to win the NFC West, I do believe that they are going to win the NFC West again in 2021. Finally, the San Francisco 49ers at under 10, and I was able to get plus 150 here. And I was actually seeing 10.5, and that's the number I was expecting. But when I got when I saw 10 and I can get under 10 at plus 150, this is an opportunity to be a major win because the $1,000 bet will win $1,500, meaning I'll walk out of the casino with $2,500. In my opinion, San Francisco is the most overhyped team for the 2021 season. This was a 6-win team from a year before that lost their defensive coordinator and a key offensive assistant in Mike LaFleur, who takes over as the Jets offensive coordinator. Then you prove you have no confidence in your quarterback by trading 3 first-round picks and a third-round pick for Trey Lance. Now, Jimmy G is a decent quarterback, but in his 3 seasons in San Francisco, he's only played in all 16 games just one time. And if Jimmy G does go down, you got a rookie quarterback from an FCS school who sat out last year who's going to take over. Now, in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before Trey Lance takes over as the starter. And if nothing else, NFL history proves that rookie quarterbacks don't usually have a lot of success in their first season. But when you take into competition, he comes from lesser competition. He comes from an FCS school, and he sat out in 2020. I feel very good about this bet hitting. Look, you have an excellent defensive coordinator who left to take over as head coach of the New York Jets, and replacing him is DeMeco Ryans. It's his first time being a defensive coordinator. And Kyle Shanahan, while he's an excellent offensive mind, nobody's debating that. But in 4 seasons as head coach of the 49ers, he's 29-35 with 3 out of the 4 seasons having double-digit losses. So in my opinion, this is a very safe bet. If you notice for the 3 big bets, you'll notice some commonalities here in that I follow trends. You look at Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season, so it's safe to assume this isn't going to be the first one. Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll since 2012 have had double-digit wins, except for 2017 when they went 9-7. So I'm betting on Hall of Fame quarterback head coaching combos to keep doing what they're doing. And I can argue both Seattle and Pittsburgh are better than the 12-4 teams that they were last year. In San Francisco, again, I'm betting on a trend. I see a head coach with a losing record, losing key assistants with no confidence in a starting quarterback. So you have a trend of a head coach with a losing lifetime record plus a rookie quarterback historically is not going to win double-digit wins. So this historically is a very safe bet. Now, these are my picks, but I really want to hear from you. So drop a comment below and let me know what your team is going to do in 2021. Now, for the NFL season, I go live right here on YouTube every Wednesday and Friday night at 7:15 Central Standard Time. Join an awesome community of football fans that get together to talk football. I'm going to have guests. I answer all your questions live, and all 32 fan bases are welcome. So look, drop a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again, hopefully really soon.